Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kyle Richards' daughter, Alexia Umansky, marries Jake Zingerman in romantic midnight garden wedding. Among the 250 guests were Royal BH stars Lisa Rinna, Erika Jayne, and Teddy Mellencamp. Alexia Umansky is married. The daughter of Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky married her longtime boyfriend, Jake Zingerman, in a romantic midnight garden-themed wedding in Los Angeles on Saturday, September 6th. The family-oriented celebration felt like something out of a fantasy book and was attended by 250 guests, among whom were several Bravo stars, including the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Lisa Rinna, Erika Jayne, and Teddy Mellencamp. Alexia, who is a 29-year-old real estate agent, has eclectic taste and tries to make all of her events feel homey and as intimate as possible. And her big day was no different. However, she wanted her wedding to have a darker aesthetic, comparing it to the fictional Mike Court in Sarah J. Maas' A Court of Thorns and Roses fantasy romance series. So, there was a lot of dark, rich, romantic jewel tones and sparkles. She didn't plan the wedding on her own. Kyle, 56, helped so much every step of the way, while Mauricio, 55, was a supportive cheerleader on the sidelines. In the beginning, my mom thought that I would be open to doing this all on my own because I can be particular. But one day I looked at her and I was like, no, we need to be doing this together. Alexia tells PPL. It's almost like there's a little too much pressure when it comes to your wedding day, she says. I can't be making decisions on my own. I need my mom to hold my hand a little bit. A small, intimate rehearsal dinner was held in the bride's family's backyard on Friday, September 5. Chef Thomas Drury cooked a delicious meal for everyone on an open fire outside as Alexia's friend played guitar. Alexia, N. Zingerman's rabbi, who works at the elementary school where the couple met in 3rd grade about 21 years ago, helped host a little Shabbat. The Jewish tradition of rest and connection involved singing traditional songs, which felt like a full-circle moment for the bride and groom, who remember growing up singing all the Shabbat songs every Friday. In Jewish tradition on her wedding day, Alexia walked down the aisle escorted by both of her parents as a string quartet played a cover of Moon River. Wanting her mother to feel extra special that day, Alexia carried a bouquet of roses just like Kyle did at her 1996 wedding ceremony. She also wore her same classic nail polish shade, ballad slippers. I know it's very cool to do some unique flowers and whatnot for a bouquet, but my mom held roses on her wedding day. And I wanted to kind of do an ode to that on my wedding day, Alexia says. Using roses is not revolutionary by any means, but I wanted to feel like I am carrying on something, whether it's big or small. Earlier in the day, the bride's sisters, Farah Al-Jafri, 36, Sofia Umansky, 25, and Portia Umansky, 17, helped her get ready for the unplugged ceremony. She wore an elegant skirt and bustier designed by Danielle Frankel. Everyone should be wearing her. Her style is incredible, and it feels very vintage. Her textures and her colors are just amazing, Alexia gushes of the bridal designer. She did, however, have a backup Kristen Mallison made-to-order dress that looks like a little fairy's magical dress, just in case she got hot or just wanted to strip down and let loose at her reception. At the reception, an absolutely amazing band performed. The same band performed at the June 2023 Aspen wedding of Alexia's cousin Whitney Davis, Kim Richards' daughter. Honestly, if they weren't going to do it, then I wasn't going to even have another band, Alexia says. They were my one choice. Alexia and Zingerman shared their first dance to Lola Marsh's Something Stupid. The song's lyrics, such as, "And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you," illustrate the struggle of wanting to express romantic feelings for someone, but fearing it might ruin their relationship. To the newlyweds, this parallels their own love story, as they were initially afraid of becoming more than friends. The couple started dating about 6 years ago in 2019, and were best friends before things turned romantic. When we first started having feelings for each other and we didn't want to admit it, it was just one of those things where we would feel that way and think that way, and it was in the back of our head, and it was so scary to say something, Alexia says. It felt reckless to say I loved him because of all of the dynamics between our friend groups and how real our friendship was. And he really was my one best friend. She continues. It just felt terrifying to admit those feelings for many years. So it was kind of like an ode to those early days of how scary it was. I mean, the first time I told him I loved him, I actually bawled my eyes out. I knew he felt the same way. It was just opening up that can of worms that was a major leap of faith. When it came time for dinner, Hot Chef's La served guests a little bit of everything, including salad, pasta, short ribs, and salmon. Charcuterie spreads were also on every table. For dessert, a long wedding cake was served. Along the cake was a row of candles, and Alexia and Zingerman started on either end, blowing out candles from opposite sides until they met in the middle, where they made a wish together. Alexia had seen this done on TikTok and liked the idea of making a wish on the day. Alexia announced her engagement on her Instagram stories, reposting a series of celebratory posts from friends in the early hours of November 8, 2024. The following day, she and Zingerman shared a joint Instagram reel captioned 11.7/2024 that showcased their special date night before their surprise candlelit proposal at home, where their friends and families joined them for a celebratory champagne toast and party afterward. Jake has always been my best friend, and I'm not just saying that, Alexia shares. He's been there for me through every breakup and every high school drama. And he's been there for me for everything in my life and all my experiences. And even before he was my boyfriend, he was always the person that I wanted to share all my experiences and thoughts and emotions with. I'm honestly just so excited to be growing up and sharing a home with my best friend, she continues. We've always had the most fun together, so it's maybe cliche to say, but I'm looking forward to just the amount of fun we're going to continue to have. Alexia and her new hubby are excited to have children together, but will probably wait for about a year until they start really trying. He's really looking forward to being a dad, as I am being a mom, Alexia says, adding, I think I want to be married for about a year before we start really trying. But who knows what happens? Whatever happens, I'm welcoming it.